Yeah, so today we're going to talk about how to not to get capped on. Now, the reason that I picked Bazaar is because there's a lot of different places to get capped on in Bazaar, and I want to kind of talk about it because it's often a place where you will get capped on because there's a lot of little spots, and it's quite frustrating when that red thing comes up. So come on over this way. So the first thing I wanted to do is bring us over to one of the most hardest objectives to defend, which is called the Kiot, at least in America. This is the Kiot building because there's a sign on the back that says Kiot, and there's an objective that is right here, and this objective is very cappable because it's got so many weird places to cap. So what I kind of want to go over is that when you are the last person up or one of the last two ups, the job of you is actually to either basically run around and possibly die. It's a lot better to die than get capped on, and one reason is because if you capped on, you're going to lose 2 points immediately, and it's really going to screw you up. But if you die, you're only going to lose 1. So that's like the number one. Now I can think the number one rule for not getting capped on is if it's down to you. You just want to look for killing people and dying as quickly as possible. Often people will get a little bit panicked. They don't want to die. They'll get into some spot where they think they can see where the objective could get capped on, and then within a couple seconds or within a minute, they're watching very intently, and then the red thing comes up and they got capped on. That's the biggest thing I see in League play. People will attempt to sort of watch an angle, but they won't realize that there's a very cappable spot that you can be capped on from. I just wanted to show off this one because specifically there's a ton of places you can cap from. So in this objective, you can cap from back here. So if you're here, you can cap. You can cap from here, obviously. You can cap from here. You can also cap from over here. You can cap from like down here, which is a little bit less obvious. And then finally, you can cap from back here in this corner here. So there's like 4 different places that are very cappable. There also might be a spot to cap from upstairs, but that might be a secret right now. Not sure if you can. But so anyways, the point is that this is a very cappable objective. Now, if you are a new player and you don't want to get capped on, you're defending the objective, you might think, okay, oh boy. You might think, okay, I'm sitting up here. I know that like 4 or 5 of the guys are dead, and I can see pretty much all the objectives. But if you guys come over here, right here, if the person's coming in from behind, you can't see me at all. I'm in a capping location right now. And so, and I mean, I can cap from here, I can cap from here. So I'll often see people think that they know where all the spots are, but it's really going to throw them off because they are looking at the objective, but they're not covering all the angles. Is there any questions about that?
In regards to Uplink, right?
Yeah, so this is just specifically Uplink. Uplink Assault is brand new, and I can talk about strategies about that in another boot camp. But this is specifically for Uplink, which is the biggest thing. So the next thing I wanted to do is check my list of things I want to do. Hold on. All right. So what I actually wanted to do, oh my god, that's annoying. What I actually wanted to do is talk about the 3, can I make 3? Hold on, there we go. The 3 stages of the game, which is important to capping and how to play. So if you're on defense on this objective, come on this way. You are always going to spawn here. I love being able to point. You're always going to spawn here. All of your teammates are going to be here, and there's a couple places that the enemy can spawn out there, and I think on that side somewhere as well. There's 2, yeah, and if you want to go to the exits, you can go this way. There's 2 spots. Now, the main first stage of the game is you're basically trying to push into the world to stop the enemy from just walking right up to the objective. So, for example, how I usually play this map is that I will push this way. So as soon as that timer drops, I'm going to push out this way. Come on this way. Now I'm going to get to this point, And I know from experience that they cannot see me from these two objectives, or these two spawn points. So there's a spawn point over there and a spawn point over there. I'm at this point, I'm completely safe. I know that there's no way that they can get to me just because of timing. So then I'm continuing to run in here, and then I get over into this position. Now at this point, I'm in danger mode because I know that they can actually get to a spot right over there. If you see right through there, they can see through that window if they spawn on this side. So at this point, I'm now in the second stage of the game, which is defense. Or sort of defense. So now I'm at this spot, and what I'm doing here is I'm actually guarding all of the angles. So if I sit here, I can actually see all the way over to the other side of that container, which means no one can come through this area without me seeing them. And that's why it's a pretty effective spot to be here. If people pop out of that position, I can shoot them. I can shoot people through there. If they're trying to sneak around the back, I can stop them or radio in that they've gotten to that position. And so that's the next step. Now the other thing, let's go over here. One of my other players might have gotten to this position, and now they're hunkered down low. This is a very popular place to hide in League. You keep your head below this thing, you lie down really close, and you're basically watching the objective to make sure no one sneaks in. You can still be capped on from here, but it's a very low chance because it's easy to see all of the ways that people can get in. And then, on the other side, going this way, actually we'll do this from the back here. So the next step is that because of the stuff I know, I can go to two places. I can go behind that big yellow thing, so I can run out here. But by the time I get to this yellow box, you can actually see the enemy if they spawn in the west. So if you can get to here, you can see the enemy and they will start shooting at you, which means if I go out here, I'm dead, unless I smoke it. I mean, I might not die because there's a Humvee in the way and I might be able to get lucky, but if you're playing in high-level games, you're just going to get shot. And same thing is when I spawn here, I can run down this alleyway and I can actually get pretty far into the defense before they can see me. So for example, I might run in here, I might take up position sitting here, and with this position, I've actually got an entire defense across the map. So the only way that they can get in here is if they come through, they can come into my objective through that blue room, but they can't get across to the north without me seeing them. So if they run across there, shoot them in the dead. Pew, pew, pew. So that's kind of the first step. All of the people on defense are going to move out to those positions, and then they're going to wait for the MARSOC to come in. And what we'll do is we'll go to the MARSOC side and see what they're doing. So I'm pretty sure I'm getting these spawns right, but it's sort of roughly the same. Yeah, they spawn on the back street. There's a couple different spawns for that. I think there's one spawn.
Right here in the corner.
I think it's right here. Yeah. So then as a MARSOC player, yeah. So as a MARSOC player, you know roughly where people can get to within the allotted time. So as a MARSOC player, what you're doing is you're trying to get into position as quickly as possible and kill the enemy. So let's say we've got all of our guys. We're sending one guy that way, and we're sending the rest of the people that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to run out as MARSOC, and we're going to get up to this position, and then possibly I'll have one guy standing here and watching for someone to cross. Just remember how I talked about you can see? That was the spot that we were looking at before. Then the other two people are going to run in to possibly here and start looking for enemies. Now what's going to happen at this point is that now the two, I can actually do this. This is going to be cool. The two people are going to collide, and what you're going to have is you're going to have people dying either on the MARSOC side or on the Volk side. So at this point, you've entered the second stage of the round, which is someone's dying. At this point, you're now going to start moving in, and what you're going to be doing is if you're on the defense, specifically if you are defending on Volk's side, let's say someone was stupid enough to run across there, and they get shot, so they're dead now. But I'm smart, and I'm sitting here. I heard that guy die up there. I now know that there's at least a couple moving into this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hunker down here, possibly a good spot, and wait for them to come around the corner, or possibly go in here and sit here and wait for them to come around the corner. You're trying to find positions that when they come around the corner, you're going to shoot them. Another one on another objective is actually just sitting here because there's no way that they can cross without you seeing them. Just right here.
I'm sorry.
No problem. So then at this point, people start dying. If I'm on the defense, what I'm doing is I'm constantly checking my pad. So I pull my pad out and I see, oh, 2 people have died. Now, if the 2 people have died are on the other side of the map, at this point, I'm either going to make a decision, which is I'm moving back towards the objective. So I'm going back this way. And now starting to defend it, or I can do a flank, but we can talk about flanks another thing. So the second part of the state is you're sort of figuring out where all of your enemies are, where the enemies are coming from. So for example, if they're coming around on the other side, you're kind of useless over here if you know that like 3 of them been spotted. You've on this side, like our team has killed a bunch. That means that you're kind of useless on this side, so you're going to try and rotate around and stop people from getting to the objective. Anyone have questions about the second one of the round? Number 2. Cool. So then the third part of the round is when you're getting close to when the enemy's getting close to the objective. So let's say in this hypothetical situation, the enemy has gotten through, they've killed everyone on that side, and now they're only down to 2 people left on the map. So let's say I'm one of the people and then you're one of the people. Let's say you are going to go there. And so you're laying down. You've got a pretty good view of the objective because the only places they can cap from are here. So if he's sitting right there, but even lower, you're like lying down almost so you don't get shot in the head. If he's sitting there, he can watch. No one can come through this place and cap right here. No one can come through through the back because he can see him and cap right there. And then no one can come through here and cap because he can see him. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So what's happening now is that then the enemy knows there's someone there because they spotted him. They shoot him, and the last guy, you can come up and join us, dude that was defending. So now let's say there's 3 MARSOC left, and I'm sitting here because I was defending the west flank. So if you guys want to come up to this sweet patio.
We got a little stuck.
Oh yeah, it's all good. You guys run into each other. So now we're on this sweet patio. Now the thing is that I don't know if you guys have this habit, but I'm checking my pad every 20 seconds all the time. Either I've got it out and I'm just waiting and checking it all the time, or if I'm more mobile, I'm pulling it out when I know that there's not enemies around. Because what you're looking for is that if you look down, you're off this objective and there's no one around, you're probably going to get capped on. So at this point, that guy in the middle goes down. I'm pretty sure no one's coming from around here, and I'm not even that sure there could be someone coming around here. I check my pad and I'm like, oh shit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just charge as quickly as possible to the OBJ. So, and again, at this point, there's 3 MARSOC up. There's 1 person left. It's not your fault if you die, but it is your fault if you get capped on. So what I'll do is I'll run in very quickly and I'll check all of the capping spots. I'll check there, because I know that they can cap from there. I'll check there. So I'm running around. I've got my gun up very quickly. I'm shooting anything I see, and then I'm checking that as quickly as possible. And then, as soon as I do that, I actually have to keep doing that because at this objective, it's very easy to sneak in. So what'll happen is that very good teams will start firing from one side. I'll get distracted and run over here. And meanwhile, they've got a guy crawling in from the other side and capping. And that will happen very quickly. They'll come in, they'll cap in 5 seconds, and you'll be over. So if you hear people firing or you see people running around in the open, you actually, like especially if it's towards the near end of the round, you're the last person up, and you see someone running, just laissez-faire or firing at the ground, don't shoot that person. Run in and shoot the person that's on the cap because that person will be causing a distraction. At one point, I was playing a game. There's 2 of us left on MARSOC, and I knew where the guy was. And I checked my map. I could see he was getting close to the objective on cargo. Are you mocking me? I could see he was getting close to the objective on Marsoc, so I literally ran the other way and started firing into the ground to cause a distraction, and we capped. So that's the kind of stuff you need to think about. People are causing distractions, they're probably going for the cap. Do you guys have any questions about sort of the defensive system that I'm talking about? Absolutely no questions.
It's actually very insightful.
Sweet.
And I'm impressed that you use laissez-faire. Not many people know what that means.
I forgot I already said that. The last thing to know is, like, when you're playing in pub lobbies and you're on the objective, you want to, and you're on defense, you don't want to spend a ton of time getting far out. You don't want to spend a ton of time doing really hard flanks. And if you are flanking and you've decided to do flank situations, do not spend a ton of time running for a very long flank. When you're flanking, half the time you're flanking, you're checking to see if people are getting into the objective, if people are dying on the objective. You can keep going for a flank if you see there's 4 people up on your objective. But if there's only like 2 left, you want to get hauling ass back there as quickly as possible. Are you mocking me? Don't you mock me. Okay, cool. So next thing I wanted to do is I actually wanted to go through all of the objectives on Bazaar, and I can show you, because we're actually going to spawn into an uplink, I can show you exactly where you can cap from. Alrighty. I think that's working now. Cool. And we had 5 people, right? Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so the most important thing in this round is not to kill anyone, because we won't be able to come back, and then you'll all be captured in purgatory. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to run to the objective as quickly as possible, and I'm going to fire my gun into the ground, and you can hear where I can get to by the time you get to as close as you want to the objective. So everyone run towards the objective, and I'm going to fire into the ground. So using you can hear exactly where I am. As the Volk always spawn in the same spot on the hotel objective, which is what this is called. And you're just going to want to run to the hotel objective as quickly as possible. Hear me firing. I can get to this road quite quickly. Already be set up here. So as you can see, I can already be around that corner shooting at you guys by the time you get to that spot from that spawn. So that's one thing you want to watch, is that if someone's aggressive, they can run out and shoot everyone on that street. So this is actually often the OBJ that people really get messed up on, because there's a shit ton of places that you can cap from. And the lighting's really fucked up on this part, so it really causes a lot of problems. So if one of you want to get in, pull your pads out, and one thing you'll notice is that when you can cap, there's a little arrow at the top, or there's a little light at the top of the thing, and it'll actually show you when you can cap. So it becomes a full bars when you can cap. So because we have full bars, we can figure out where we can cap. So we can cap from over here. So that, remember this is a spot where you can cap from. So if you are standing in here, watching intently the OBJ, you can get capped on from there. Another place that you can cap from is back here. So if someone's in that corner watching the objective, and they don't look very well, they can get capped on from there. Another place that you can't cap from is right here. So you have to be right about here. Now, the place that is capped on from the most is actually right here. So if I can get a Marsoc to come lie down on the ground there. Come a little bit closer to me. Yeah, lie down right there, right where you are standing. Get real low. Now turn your laser off. You just have to click the front, yeah.
Do you need me to go prone for you, dude? I can go prone. I have to push things forward.
Yeah, if you can't go prone, whatever. Here, I want you to come out of here because the laser needs to be up. Yeah, come on, bud. Come on out. Okay, get in there. Get down.
Okay.
Someone get down, yeah. Perfect. So, I want you guys to actually run around the corner and look. You're barely going to see this guy, especially if there's shooting and shit going on. He can cap from there. So run around the corner. So if you're panicked, you're going to run around the corner. You're not going to see anything, especially if there's smoke on the objective. So that kind of shit is what you want to watch out for, and that's where you're going to cap from. So when I'm defending this objective, I'm usually sprinting, I'm usually hiding here, or possibly, oh, we're inside each other now. There we go. I'm usually here, I'm watching that position, but I'm also constantly checking here. Because remember, they can cap from here, so it's not good enough to stand right over there. You can also use this on your own feelings. You can also use this on your, when you're trying to cap. You remember these places that people are capping from. If you are in the blue room, which is an often place that people will get capped on from, run over here. You can't see it very well. Like, especially if someone's in that corner or they're down low, you just can't see them. So being in the blue room when you're the last man up is not going to work for you because you're going to get capped on. Alrighty. Do you guys have any questions about this objective and how to defend it?
I do. So I had to cover the blue room previously, so
Okay.
if you don't mind. So team was spread around, all good.
Yeah.
Some guy was able to get, I guess, up right here.
Okay.
Without me really hearing him, even though I was right here,
Great,
crouched
okay.
down listening.
Yeah.
So is that common? Like,
Yeah.
should I have just been moving and watching this?
No, that's okay. So if you guys go over there, I will be able to move in without you hearing me.
Okay.
Because if you move at this maximum speed right now, you're going to hear me. But if you move at half speed, you're not going to be heard.
Okay.
So in that case, what you want to be doing, if the rest of the team is here, you want to be sitting here and watching that spot. The thing is, they know you're going to be there, so they might run around and shoot, but at least you can get a trade and take them out that way. The other option is you can just be sitting here instead, so they can't sneak in. The thing is,
there?
yeah, well, sit in here or sit in here, and you're watching this cross right here.
Yep. Okay.
As for once, you check your pad, oh shit, everyone's dead, then you're going to run back. And the same thing again is that you're coming out and you're trying to get quick trades or quick picks for people that are running in quickly, but you're getting back there and you're checking all the spots. No. Good. All right. Now I'm sitting here for a little bit, watching. If I know they're coming from this direction, I'm going here. The other thing is that you don't want to be sitting here because they can shoot you from that window right there. So if I'm defending this objective and I'm down here, I'm sitting here and then periodically running around and checking that corner. All right, we have 47 seconds. You guys get to practice your cap. So try and cap on this right now. Everyone, it's a cap race. Who can cap fastest? Yay, we did it. Who won that cap? So that's where I spawn. Have you guys spawned on the east or the west? Oh, I guess you can't hear me. I won't say anything. There you go. I'm just firing. It's where I can get to before you guys are even up. Remember, don't shoot me. No, don't shoot me. So then, as you can see, I can get to that spot by the time you're there. So as soon as you get through that window, you want to start, or to that window, you want to start really watching your back. All right, come on over. So, as you can see over here, this is cap spot number 1. You have to be a little bit over there, right there, yeah, there you go. You can cap, of course, from here.
Now, I noticed that it doesn't matter where your core is, it's just how far you have the tablet out from your body.
Yeah, so the tablet has to be within, yeah, the tablet has to be in the sphere collider that is close to that. Tablet party.
Yeah, and then your pointer on your finger is really long, so you can...
Yeah, exactly. It gets harder to hit the buttons, though, so that's why you want to have it closer. So then, of course, you can cap right here. You can cap back here, and this is the one that will always get everyone, because it's so much work to keep running around, and it's probably most of the caps have happened here, because if you're running in from the back, or sneaking in from the back, you have a lot of coverage to get in here. punch in the code, boom, 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 done. As for other spots, see, these are a little bit less.
You can't cap behind here, though, right?
You cannot, no. You have to be in there. It's basically within this building. There's the 3 spots. And then, of course, right out in front. I almost never see anyone do it out here because this is very exposed and open. But usually they'll run in and find one of those corners. And very good players can cap within 5 seconds. I think you might be able to cap from upstairs, but I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. You can cap from here. You can cap from right there. Yeah. Just got to put your... Yeah. So that is a place you can tap from. So keep that in mind. That will be a sneaky as hell cap because not a lot of people know about that. As for defending this, again, a lot of the time, once you're down to the last man, you're just running back and forth and you're trying to get quick picks. So I'll be running in like this. I'll be ready here, firing, getting out, running around this corner, pre-firing on that corner. They can hear me anyways, so, and now apparently you gotta fucking check the second level. Yeah, so you're basically just, you're panicked and you're making sure you don't get capped on, so you're always checking all the spots. I guess now that you can cap from upstairs, it's super important to be checking these stairs because an awesome way to cap is now you come in here, and then you go upstairs, you're sneaking upstairs, you get in, boom, 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 cappy time. Oh wait, wrong spot. Get in here.
You can cap right here.
Cap right there.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got full bars all the way over into this corner, actually.
Yeah, so.
Actually, it works all the way over here.
Goddamn. So, I mean, now that makes it even harder to defend this objective because you have to be checking upstairs as well. So this is probably one of the hardest objectives to defend from a cap. And if you're on Marsoc, try and get upstairs because once you're upstairs, not a lot of people check it. They're going to be running around downstairs, and they're going to see that red. Yeah. All right. Does anyone have any questions about this objective? How much time we got left? Nope. You guys are good. All right. Round 2. Cap time. Who can cap the fastest? Oh, this time I'm going to be firing this constantly. Nice. So satisfying to get caps. So I think... Hey, no shooting. Can you guys fire so I know where your objective spawn is? All right, great. So I think that, yeah, you're on the very far east side. So I'm gonna run through the what is called the West Alley and start firing with that. Actually, I know exactly where to fire. So if you guys want to run down the main street, you can see that it actually takes me a while to get to the main street, which is why you can push up so quickly on it. And then boom, I'm right here. So keep in mind that by the time you guys are at that spot, I can get up here and start picking you off. So that's why you usually want to either duck into the main bazaar or go behind that truck and actually watch people. You can actually lay down under that truck. You'll be pretty noticeable, but if someone runs around the corner, you can shoot them. Sometimes the defense will throw out smokes here so that they can cross, because if you get a defense person into this position, it's pretty powerful because you can basically defend everything. All right, come on over the cap. This objective is actually pretty hard to cap on because there is a lot of places to cap from, but it's very hard to assault. Just guys whip out your old pad. You can cap from back here in this little corner right there. The only thing about that is those boxes don't provide a lot of coverage for you, so you can get shot pretty easily through those boxes. If I'm like defending this, I will be lighting those boxes up if they know where I am to try and kill them. Other places you can cap from is obviously right here, but there's also a couple more. Am I echoing again? Cool. So you can cap from here. So keep in mind when you're checking the caps, you're running around this area quite a bit. The problem with defending as the last man up is that you have to do a lot of running, so they're going to hear where you are. So usually if the other person is smart and they don't really care about the cap, they'll just wait for you to run around panically and shoot you. And cap from here, obviously. You can't cap from over here, but you can cap in this corner. So those are the main places. Capping in this corner. Hold on. Capping around on this side. And capping in there. So you got a lot of places to cap from and cause a lot of panic. The main things about defending this one is that you're usually trying to stop people from coming up through that through there. And usually through there, and also through the north. This one, even though it seems like there's a lot of places to cap from, I don't see caps happening a lot, because what you'll do is you'll have people like they have to cross streets, so they usually get shot, or they'll know where they're coming from, because you have to cross this main street to get in a cap, or you have to cross that street to get in the cap, or you have to cross the north to get in the cap. So usually people aren't going to be able to sneak in and cap, unlike the other objectives. All right, are you guys ready to do another round of cap practice? Hey, no starting early. All right, everyone, put your pads away. And I also, this time I want you guys to get down on knees, because usually you'll be capping when you're down on your knees as opposed to standing. All right, are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Woo! Cool. So this objective is actually, there's the east and west spawn, and you guys got the east spawn. So in this case, there's an ability to run across to the east, and actually you'll see where I can pop out and start seeing you. So if you guys run straight towards the tank. You'll see that I can get around this corner by the time that you guys are there. You can see I can start shooting you from behind this place by the time you are behind that tank. So just keep that in mind when you're attacking this objective. One thing that people often do, because you can get up to the ice cream truck quite quickly, is that people will smoke this area so that they can get across and then get around the back, which is a pretty awesome way to get there. The only problem with throwing smokes out is that you've now given away your spawn location, and people on the other side can start flanking around and hitting you from behind. Alrighty, this objective people get capped on all the time because they don't know where the caps can be had from. So if you get over here, there's one sneaky cap that I think it works here. Oh, they might have moved it. No, it looks like you can't do it there anymore. I think you can do it on top of there. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
So
yeah, you can get it in the corner.
Yeah, if it's vibrating, it's not going to work, but nice. Yeah, so you can cap from here. So keep in mind that if you're defending this objective, you can cap from there. Another other thing that people don't realize is that often you'll have a person in the blue room, right there. And often assault is that someone comes in here, shoots the guy that's in here, and the guy in the blue room doesn't really know what's going on, because you can get into this other place without being seen in the blue room. So you run in here, and now a lot of people will cap from this corner because they know they can cap from there. And the blue room will shoot you if you go down there, but you can cap from here. So if you're in this situation, don't run across this thing, you'll get shot. Get down here, boom, 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 put in a code, and then you're good to go.
Okay.
Those are the main places.
You
Pardon me?
can still cap this right here. You just
Yes.
do...
Nice.
And it works still.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I use my right hand. I use my left hand to hold my tablet, so... Oh, yeah, there you go.
If you switch it with your other hand, it'll work. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's good to know. So, again, the main defense places that if you're the last person on the objective, what I'll be doing is I'll be standing here, and I'll be checking this constantly. But quick checks, because you can get shot from over there, you can get shot from behind, you're popping out and checking there. That's one place to guard, because as long as you're checking that, there's a very low chance that someone's gonna sneak up and cap here, because it's not that obvious, although they could, of course. But if you're over there, you're also seeing any approach from the other side. Yeah, but even just keep in mind, you can get capped on from there, and that'd be very embarrassing. A lot of newer players will defend from the blue room, because the blue room, you can see everything, right? But you can't see the entrance from the back. If the person comes up through that hallway, shoots the person in there, and runs in, they can easily cap. And then you're going to sit there and look like an idiot, and all of your teammates will be screaming at you. Alrighty, what are some other things? As for defense, yeah, I would be staying a lot around here, checking these corners. As for like defending this objective, this spot, I don't see a lot of people cap from there, but it's something to keep in mind. So if you're defending from here, it's watching this space and watching that space and yeah, watching that space. Does anyone have any other questions about this objective and defending it?
No, that sounds good. So you're just literally
Cool.
going over here, quick check.
Yeah.
And outside as well.
Yeah, and then like there. The problem is that as soon as you step out here, you're probably gonna die. But again, especially if you're in like you're playing in the entrance leagues, is that people, especially higher level teams, they just know how fast they know they can cap within 5 seconds. They're gonna get to a spot where you're not checking. It's much better to die and not serve the fate getting capped on.
I'm gonna reset my game and move my viewpoint real quick.
Sounds good.
And you can't cap from over here.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
Nothing from under here.
No. So yeah, those are the main places. I really, now that I know that you can easily cap from outside here, I really want to do this in a game. Sneak up and cap from here. Because as long as you have the blue room cleared, you can cap if you know that there's someone in here, and they'll probably get them out. All right.
Yep.
So I want this time everyone to go into a specific spot that they know they can cap from sneaky wise and cap from there. And you guys have 30 seconds, so yeah. So someone cap from there, all right? All right, 3, 2, 1, cap. Nice. That was a fast cap.